Hi, my name is Sam. I'm 26 years old. I live in Austin, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
Does it have to do with the potential bad habits?
Yes.
Okay, why are you not willing to listen to anyone? It sounds like many people have tried to tell you the reality of your life, the reality of your potential problem and how it's affecting things, and how your relationships can't last. What do you mean you don't date exclusively? Does that mean you're just like f***ing around? Well, that's okay. I'm not judging. Never mind.
I mean,
I don't care.
I'm not going to call a man my boyfriend.
I'm a simp for tea. So.
I'm not gonna exclusively date a man.
I don't care.
So
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I have little boyfriends.
Little boyfriends. She just has little. Okay. That's post-show talk. That's where we get into the inappropriate stuff. But that makes sense. The reason I ask is that, like, how do people, put up with that? Have they ever said anything? Well, they don't put up with it, and they do say something, even though they're simple little simpies, little bottoms.
I mean, they'll say something, but I usually get my way.
And even they are willing to speak up.
But I usually get my way.
Uh-huh. Sure. It was the only fee this year so far on this card. What was the fee?
It was for that
It was a return fee because you didn't have enough money in your account that was paying for this.
I don't know when that happened.
You don't even...
No, to be honest, that card I need to pay better attention to because I don't use it anymore. I cut all of them up. So I don't use it anymore. So
you've cut your card. But that can't be true. You were using that last card.
Well, that last one is on my Apple Pay.
Then what's the point of cutting it up? That's just a physical move. It doesn't matter if you're still using the cards.
Well, cut it up.
That's the same act as you just ordering a replacement because you cut it up.
Cut it up, and then I went out and realized while I was buzzed that I could add it to my Apple Pay.
$400 of interest accrued this year, so fucking far.
Yeah.
Just on that damn card. For sake. The resources I was going to connect you with are different. Usually I connect people with the course careers for income stuff, but I guess I'm not connecting you with that. No, we're doing the mental health one for you.
I go to therapy and I see a psychiatrist.
What? Okay, maybe you need to try a different therapist. We work with Sondermind for our guests. We can get you 3 free therapy sessions with them if you would like, 3 free. And then, of course, the audience always gets a deal. Every time we get a resource for the guest, the audience gets a deal as well. So Sondermind. And then I'm also going to give you a free session with the financial advisors that I personally use. Okay? Actually use that, and please actually listen to them, and please consider the therapy a bit more. And then everyone in the audience also gets a free session with the Domain Money, who I use as the advisors. But my gosh. So take advantage of those resources, okay? I don't think you don't need the career resources. You need the I'm f***ed up resources.
Okay.
What is this ally? What are we looking at?
That's
is this
my
the
car payment.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Why do you have an unpaid balance?
Because that was before it was due.
Okay.
That was right. This statement was right before it was due.
Just what is the total owed on here? Oh, here it is. $9,447.80.
Which honestly, I've paid a lot of that off. Because it started out at $17,000.
But extra?
So the original loan
normal.
amount was
$17,300.
$17,300.
Okay. What is the interest on here?
8%.
It's not good.
No, but it was that situation where my car got lit on fire, and so I went and got this. This was the cheapest car on the lot, and we just bought it.
Yeah, probably not the cheapest interest rate for when you got it, though.
No, it's not the best. I got it during COVID.
I know you could have got a much lower rate, except your finances are.
Actually, they weren't as bad back then.
Then what the? Why didn't you shop for rates? Did you get this through the dealer?
Yeah, because I actually came back from Texas.
Shop rates, guys. Shop rates.
I came back from Texas, and that day I needed a car, so we went and bought this car in 6 hours.
Oh, no. We can Uber for a couple weeks to save thousands of dollars. Yes, we can.
No,
yes, we
not
can.
in Portland, Oregon. I don't trust anybody. My dad didn't want me to ride the bus or Uber either.
Okay. Then Daddy can drive, or Daddy can get a rental car.
He offered that.
There you go.
But
we don't get a car in 6 hours.
I didn't want him
But that leads to bad mistakes, obviously. Dude, you're not open to anything.
Well,
everything is defense.
It's just it's really hard to live in a city with no car.
No, I'm not saying don't have a car, but you went from I can't have no car to 6 hours.
Yeah.
If you need to sacrifice for a week with Uber or Daddy or a rental car, if it saves thousands of dollars, it is worth it.
I guess, I mean, I didn't know anything about buying a car, honestly, so I thought like, oh, this is just how it goes.
It is pretty much for Americans because Americans are dumb.
Yeah, I didn't like
learn this for your next car, but again,
I'm not getting another car for a long time.
You don't know that.
Unless this one dies.
This is your confidence thing. Exactly. This is your confidence thing. You don't know what's going to happen.
That's
you
true.
don't know what is going to happen.
No.
But you are pretending like everything's going to be perfect always, no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I do. I mean,
and that's dumb as. It doesn't help you get by. It doesn't. It might help you get to sleep tonight, but a year from now, you could end up like many of the guests on the show that are beyond.
That's
beyond, because that's where people end up who are like you. You're in the preventative stage. No, you are in many cases, but you are in that before stage, before like the total no way out situation. Because you are lucky enough to have a strong income. What's the car worth? I mean, you owe $9,000 on it. What's it worth?
Well, because of the body damage, the quote that I got was about $2,500.
Sounds about right. Good job. You're under by $5,000.
Yep.
Well done.
It was worth more until I damaged the body of the car.
That's how it goes. Still would have been underwater decently dramatically.
Yeah, I think when I was owing 10 or 11,000, it was valued at 8,400.
Capital One, okay.
I will say though, I have two cards that I did completely. I don't spend on them. They're at zero. One of them is closed. So I'm not like spending every single cent that I have. Like,
are you fucking stupid? You spent $6,000. You bring in less than $4,000. Shut the fuck up.
But I'm not using all my credit.
We have the number. Oh, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, sure. I'm not using all my credit.
Well done. Well done. The most basic minimum thing we could do to not die. Well done. Good job. You're not touching the top of the stove and keeping your hand there the whole time. Yeah, you did it. So proud of you. Well, let's guys, let's get out the ceremony. Confetti. Well, at least Lindsay's telling me that we're going to talk about, apparently the post show is going to be fun. She says that's going to lift my mood. So I'm excited for that. Because so far, not so great. Oh, good. We're purchasing $200 on here and the balance went up by $100. Oh, good. We're at the credit limit. You know, the thing you just bragged about not ever doing. We're at the credit limit on here.
I said on 2 cards I didn't do it.
Well done. Congratulations. Thank you.
I don't know what I bought on that card.
You don't know what you buy on any.
No, I really, honestly, unless...
You need to, even just looking at your damn accounts is a start.
Yeah. I think that once my account gets below a certain amount is when I stop looking.
Guys, I'm pulling out this thing for this.
But I do try to check it. But yeah, once I get to a certain amount of money, it just like, I just don't look at it anymore.
I'm going to call out to the audience now. Because I know I'm suffering right now. And I know that this person in front of me is f***ing up a lot. Don't stack and make it worse. Because I know this is one of those episodes where people would go really hard in the comments. Maybe let's just be chill on this one. For fuck's sake. I can barely take this. And usually if that's the case, like for... Okay, $25 minimum monthly payment. Went inside, got some bullshit from Target, Amazon, bullshit from Target, bullshit from Target.
The problem with Target is, it's a convenience thing because, well, because if I don't have something that I need or whatever, I live right behind a Target.
Oh,
so that's why I go to Target so much.
I love to see those receipts and see what was purchased on them.
It's a lot of snacks. For when I am stoned.
Well, you must have been stoned quite a few times, even more.
I smoke like every day. So
but those aren't even the we're talking about throughout this conversation, right?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But then you smoke just the normal thing that a lot of people do as well on a daily basis. I don't care as much about that one, but even still, on a daily basis, that starts to sound a little dependent-y and also very expensive. And also, it's obviously leading to bad financial situations. And also, it's not good for your lungs. So, I mean, there's a lot of things
that's
here.
one I recognize, like, is not leading me to a good financial situation, because when I'm getting stoned, I'm buying food all the time, and I shouldn't be doing that.
Do you also like smoke cigarettes and vape? Or are you the person that does it all? Oh, of course you do.
But I didn't start vaping until 6 months ago.
Who starts at 26?
I used to smoke cigarettes when I was like 18, and then I stopped.
Yay, you made it! You did what is so hard for so many other people. Why go back to it at a more addictive level? Because the concentration is usually higher.
What happened is...
Why are you trying to not be able to breathe in 20 years?
Really, it just stemmed from going out with my friends. We're all hitting a vape.
Bad friend group for you. This is so enabling. You guys all do bad things.
Yeah, I would say we definitely enable each other.
Then they are not good friends. They might feel nice, but that does not equal good friends. It legitimately doesn't. I don't care if that hurts, and that's probably hard because it's also really hard to make friends as adults.
I mean, I have like some good friends.
Then we need to cut out the bad ones.
I
know
tried,
it's hard,
but I always go back.
It's because you have addicted things. So you probably need to go to community things and talk to your therapist double time, or get a new therapist if this one's just allowing it. And my nose itches like I do a bunch of shit, but I promise I don't, because I'd probably have a fucking panic attack. I don't even like drinking. I like the polar opposite of you. I don't do any of that shit.
I have accepted that this is just where I'm at right now.
Why accept that? That's not something you have to accept. You can change things. You can change things.
Because that's like, well, I did recently try to like sober up, and it lasted 65 days. And then I don't really know.
What happened?
We were dealing with a lot of family stress, and I decided that I didn't want to be sober anymore.
That's when you need to surround yourself with a really strong community. When hard times are what pushes us back over the edge. Why'd you get sober in the first place?
Because it was a problem. It was like,
it is a problem.
Well, I think at that point I was like functioning, but people around me were like, hey, we can definitely tell that you're like not okay.
And when people say they're functioning, and if people are already starting to say it, you go from functioning to not overnight. When you say you're happy, are you sure?
I mean,
or is
I feel like I'm having a good time.
A good time, but are you happy? Be real with me. Are you happy?
I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I wouldn't say I'm like miserable.
It doesn't have to be miserable. But if you're not happy, we need to change that. We need to strive for what makes us happy. And obviously continuing down this path is not what's getting us there. I'm not saying you're either very happy or very miserable. That doesn't have to be how life works. Humanity is much more complicated than that.
Yeah.
But you don't seem happy. And I don't know you like that. I don't. But just looking at this, looking at the copes you're doing through this conversation, the arguing back and forth, and just the trying to justify and just trying to make it almost like disguised to be able to sleep better at night, that things are better than they are. I don't think you're happy. And you tried to get sober because you recognized some major issues, and then you fell back into it.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty consistent like ebb and flow. I like get sober sometimes, then I go back, then I get sober again.
Okay, and that means we're not just having fun. That means we have a problem. Maybe if we can't pay our bills, we're not buying
I'm gonna have to disagree on that one, but
for $1,000 a month. How often were you drunk driving before you lost your car because you hit it?
That was only the second time that I ever did that.
Are you literally a stupid human? Dude, that's disgusting. We're
this
traditionally
is your
college.
party years. When you get 30 is when you get it together.
Someone could have died. That's not
Yeah.
cute.